What's up YouTube, I'm Car131 and this is my review of the Wristmag by Snaptech. So this Wristmag here, Wristmag by Snaptech, this is a pretty new design. As far as I'm aware, it's only a couple months old. And same thing for the company. Snaptech is only a couple months old. They're a startup company made just by a single guy from what I understand. And as of right now, this is their only product. If you haven't figured out from the clips that I threw in, this is really made to give a homeowner in a self-defense sort of home invasion scenario extra ammo, you know? Yeah, ideally in a home defense scenario, I would be able to throw on my belt setup to have some extra magazines. Ideally, I could throw on my plate carrier, you know? But chances are a criminal's not going to give you that much time. You can't rely on them to give you that much time. So that's what this is made for. If you keep a handgun set up somewhere in the house for home defense, which I personally wouldn't recommend a handgun as your primary home defense weapon, but for whatever reason, if you choose to, and especially, you know, if you live in a state that has a magazine restrictions, so you can only have 10 rounds in a magazine, this is definitely something you should look into. The idea is you keep this right next to anywhere you keep a home defense gun, and then as soon as something happens, you get your gun, you get this, and just snap it on your wrist. Simple as that. That's what this entire thing was made for. Now, these are made to hold. The company Snaptech says that they can hold anything from 9mm single stack up to 45 double stack. So let's go ahead and test a few things out, some magazines I have, and see how they fit. So this Wristmag, it claims by the manufacturer that it can hold any 9mm up to 45 double or single stack magazine. So let's test that out a little bit. I got a collection of mags here from various handguns that I have. So Glock 17 magazine. Not going anywhere, whatever. Shield magazine, fully loaded. Okay, so under a lot of these thinner ones, which is not too shocking, I guess. This one, the Glock magazine, you know, it's not going to come out. It's too thick. But a Shield magazine is just too thin. So it will hold it, and under some movement, it won't fall out. But excessive movement can knock it out. You can saw it shifting a little bit in there. This is a SIG P320 magazine. As thick as it is, it's going to be the same thing as the Glock mag. It's just not going to come out. This is a old rusted Henig TP9SF magazine. Okay, so the SIG mag came out. The Henig mag didn't. I'm positive the reason this came out is because this one's fully loaded too. So it has a whole lot more weight to it. So going down like that, it probably would have came out. But, so all the double stack mags I have in the Shield mag did fit. It just fall out under a lot of movement. How about this mag? This is for an MP22 compact. This one, it's not rated to hold. I was kind of curious. I didn't think so. But you have the option to, I guess. You could try it. It'd just be pretty loose and it would probably fall out. You could do it something like that, I guess, if you really needed to hold it in there. But another thing you can do in this, besides just magazines, you can put tourniquets in here. You can put flashlights in here. You could fit a knife in here. I guess my ZT909. Get this in here around the camera. Yeah, so you could fit a lot of stuff in here. If it's something like this with a pocket clip, I wouldn't even recommend you use this though, because you can just slide that on right here. Kind of put that off to the side. I mean, you could still have two magazines, but you could also have a pocket knife or a little flashlight strapped to it too. So when you first get your wrist mag from Snaptech. It's going to show up in a box. I ripped off the packaging that had my shipping address and everything on it. That's what this is from. But start tearing it all off, see what it looks like. It's my first impressions of this too. I have not seen this at all other than, I mean, informational videos and stuff like that. My first actual hands-on experience with it. Let's rip the box open. Okay. Nothing else in the box. All it comes with is just the wrist mag by Snaptech. Once you attach 2 handgun magazines, you can attach any number of things. It's primarily pushed towards magazines, you know, but you can attach flashlights, knives. Oh, hit my damn camera. Okay, it feels a lot sturdier than I would have thought. That spring that they keep on the inside, it definitely has some weight to it. Business cards, I believe, would be my guess. Yeah, business cards. You want to pass these out to some friends or whatever, give them a little contact information. But yeah, this feels really a lot sturdier than I would have thought it would be, to be honest. The back has a really nice, soft sort of material. It feels like a female Velcro on it. Male Velcro on the front. Just 2 elastic bands to hold magazines. Made in the USA and Snaptech. Alright, so I got one of these just to test out for myself, but I actually bought 2 of them. Again, I removed my address and shipping label and everything on there, but this one I'm not even going to open. I might open it up to make sure there's no invoice or anything in it, but this is going to be 100% unused, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway on this. So, if you are interested in the giveaway, wait around till a little bit later in the video and you'll see how to enter into a giveaway to get a wrist mag by Snaptech entirely free. So the wrist mag by Snaptech, it is made, some of the parts that goes into it, there is a actual Velcro brand Velcro. Whenever you snap it on your wrist, it'll attach together and that'll help hold it together. Neoprene pads on the inside of the magazine holders. Heavy woven elastic across here to actually hold the magazines in place, and it feels pretty thick. I believe that it would be heavy duty sort of elastic. Gross grain binding. The inside, the core of this, I guess, is a lightweight polypropylene. The spring on the inside that actually performs the action of this is a 10 by steel cable spring. I'm thinking I said that right, but it's made by the company Vulcan Spring, which, for the record, makes all the springs that are used by NASA. So I think their springs are probably pretty reliable. And everything else is everything on it is put together and packaged completely in Ohio, United States. All the materials that go into this thing also are made entirely in the US of A. So the wrist mag by Snaptech, I've been using it for off and on for about a couple weeks now, and it's definitely impressed me. Just the overall design of it, the idea of it is so simple but so ingenious, honestly, and I've never heard of anything even similar. And like I said, I've been using it even not much live fire, but dry fire practice, and just whenever I'm at home on YouTube or whatever, I'll just be just snapping it on and off over and over just to kind of test it out. And it's held up perfectly fine. I will say that where you decide to snap it on your arm definitely matters. Whenever I first started, I always snapped it on the bony part of my arm right here, my wrist. Well, that's not really advisable because it will start to like almost bruise the bony part of your wrist. The 10 steel springs in here, they're pretty fucking tough, you know? And if you just snap it right there every time, you're gonna end up really hurting your wrist. So I personally, and this is just how I started doing it from my little bit of experience with it. Gun's unloaded if anyone's freaking out. I started doing it slightly higher up here for a couple reasons. One, doing it on that bony part of my wrist or even down here, it starts to hurt after a while. Now, would that matter in like a home invasion sort of scenario? No, you probably wouldn't even notice it. You have so much adrenaline going. But just practicing, it starts to hurt after a while. So I started doing it up here. The other reason I started doing it up here, not down here, is because if you have magazines in here and you have it farther down here closer to your wrist, it can kind of interfere with, a magazine in here would interfere with how I'm holding it. So that's why I started doing it farther up. So one thing some of you might be curious about is this orange duct tape that I put on it. I did that after some practice and experience using it, and it occurred to me, you know, 2 o'clock in the morning, you hear someone pounding on your door, rattling in the frame. Someone's obviously trying to break in. You know, they're not just knocking, they're trying to break in. You go to get your gun, there's no way to distinguish one side from the other. So imagine this duct tape wasn't here. Imagine it's supposed to go like this. So when you snap it on, you can pull your mags out and put them in correctly. If you put it on the wrong way and you needed to use this in an actual life or death, home invasion-esque scenario, and you snap these on the wrong way because you accidentally grabbed the wrong side, that might be, you know, an issue. That can cost seconds whenever you're up on whoever you're shooting at. You run out, click, you go to pull it out, and it's not going to come out. You have to figure out, oh fuck, I put it on the wrong way. Twist it around and pull it back out. Well, that's going to cost you seconds. In a gunfight, seconds count. Seconds can cost you your life in a gunfight. So that's why I put that on there. It doesn't stay on very well, but it also doesn't need to. You know, this isn't the sort of thing that I don't imagine. This is the sort of thing you're going to take to like every range trip to practice with. So all it really needs to do is stick on there for that one time, God forbid, that you ever actually have to use it. Then whenever it's in your a cabinet or a drawer or whatever, wherever you're keeping a handgun for home defense, you know which side to grab. Since I put this on, every time I grab the orange side. It's starting to become habit, muscle memory, whatever you want to call it. As soon as I go to grab this thing, I grab that end. So I know every time I snap it on, it's going to snap on the right way. So as I alluded to earlier in the video, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I bought 2 of these. One of these I bought for myself to practice with, see what I thought of it, and I like it. It's definitely everything it promises to be. It gives you just that peace of mind, you know? Especially if you live somewhere in a banned state that they don't allow normal capacity, standard capacity magazines, and they want to limit you in your defending of your life. So in a case like that, this should just be a no-brainer, you know? Ask anyone, ask any cop, former veteran, whatever, if they ever thought they had too many rounds in a gunfight. Guarantee you're not going to find one that says that. You can never have too many rounds when you're defending your life. This is the sort of thing that for 45 bucks, I think you should definitely have it if you use a handgun for home defense. But back on the giveaway, I opened this one up just to make sure that there's no personal information in it, no invoices or anything, but completely new in the packaging, never used. All you have to do to enter to win this, I'll pay shipping totally free to you guys. Subscribe to my channel and tell me in the comments down below what you guys think of it. Just comment down below what you think of this Wristmag. If you actually have used it, I'd be kind of surprised. It's a pretty new product, but if you have used it, tell me what you think of it. If you haven't used it, this is your first time ever seeing it, just tell me what you think. I like it. I really like it. It takes a little bit of getting used to. The reloading process from right here is a little different, but it's so close to your gun, it doesn't take long at all. It takes a second, maybe. So, like I said, subscribe to my channel and comment down below if you guys want to have a chance to win a brand new, totally free wrist mag by Snaptech. So, TLDR, what do I think of the wrist mag? It's great. It's just, like I said before, I've said it a couple times in the video, an ingenious but such a simple idea. You know, a single guy had an idea, he took the risk, got the money, and he made it. It's just a must-have. Like I said also, especially if you live in a banned state where you're only allowed 10 rounds, you absolutely need to get this. You can hold 2 magazines, magazine and a knife, magazine and a tourniquet. A tourniquet I did put in here, it's a really tight fit, but you can force it in there. Flashlight, you know, anything that has a clip on it, you could just kind of slide in here separately. You can still have 2 mags and a flashlight, 2 mags and a knife, whatever. But the wrist mag is absolutely, I would give it a thumbs up. I would recommend it to anyone. The only critique that I would give is, again, it would be nice if, maybe not even included, but if they just gave you the option to pick up like a little Velcro tab or something like this. Maybe I'm overthinking it, maybe it's not a real big deal, but to me, just knowing that whenever I grab it, I always grab the right side. Because once again, if you grab the wrong side and you go to pull a magazine out, it's going to take a second or two to figure out what the problem is. And like I said before, granted, I've never been in a gunfight, so maybe I'm totally wrong. But from what I understand and logically thinking about it, seconds are going to count in a gunfight. So that's why I like to have this little bit of tape on here. It would be nice if for like $5, Snaptech would offer a little Velcro tab that you could put on here. And as you just saw me fumble a little bit, I'll go ahead and touch on that. I almost forgot that part. Put this mag back in real quick. So how you actually let go of it on your wrist matters. If you just do it, snap it as quick as you can, it's liable to not go on correctly. It did that time, but you can see this is the tab I was holding on to, that tab, and that still ended up below. And I've figured out from just doing it at home, just dry fire sort of practice, if you do, it can end up in some weird positions depending on how you snap it. Sometimes it'll end up like this, it won't snap on correctly all the time, but generally it will. I just wanted to touch on that too. It won't always snap on the completely correct way. Maybe that's a matter of practice, just getting more in tune with how you snap it on yourself, whatever, but just wanted to touch on that. So the giveaway I mentioned, I almost forgot a very important part. Whenever it's going to happen. This video, the day it goes up, is going to be October 9th. I'm going to give you guys 2 weeks. It's not much time considering I'm a nobody channel, but if you want to win this, if you want to have a family member have a chance to win it, a friend, make sure you share it to them, whatever. But it's on October 23rd. It should be 2 weeks afterwards that this video is uploaded. That's the day I'm going to pick a random subscriber, random commenter and subscriber, and I'm going to message them, reply to their comment, and say, hey, congrats, you won. So you will have 48 hours, 2 days to respond to me and an email and prove to me that you are actually that commenter and that it is you. And then that's all you gotta do to win. Like I said, just subscribe and comment, and then October 23rd is whenever it's gonna happen. So how you actually use this thing, I've kind of experimented with it a little bit and figured out how I personally like to use it. Whenever you snap it on your wrist, try to get on the inside. If you do on the side, you're gonna end up with these magazines up here. Whenever you're shooting, you have to grab it really weird or twist your arm all the way around. So whenever you use this thing, snap it on the inside of your wrist. That way it's just more natural to come back and pull them out. And whenever it's on here, it's not that hard, but just so you guys know, to reset it, pull it out, the ends they just snap back out. That's all it takes. One of my other favorite things about the wrist mag here by Snaptech is the warranty. The warranty it's just completely amazing. It really shows the confidence that they have in this product. Their warranty, as I understand it from what I've read, if you do not like this thing, you do not feel more confident, you don't like it for whatever reason, it doesn't make you feel safer at home, they will give you a 100% full refund on the spot, and they will give you a prepaid shipping label to return it. So if you don't like this thing at all for whatever reason, again, this is just how I understand it, don't really quote me on this, but from what I understand, if you don't like this thing at all and it does not make you feel safer and more secure knowing that you have so many extra rounds, tell them and they will 100% for free to you, you can return it to them. That just goes so far to show how much they care about this thing and how much they trust it, how much R&D and how much faith they have in this thing. They even say right below that, 100% full on the spot warranty, they'll pay shipping label. They even say below that, but we bet you won't. And I definitely won't. I love this thing, everything about it. So yeah, that is my review of the Wristmag by Snaptech. I'm the Kakara 131, signing off.